Alright, Squire Moon, and today I want to talk about helmets. I have had a couple different kinds of helmets. I've had a few leather helmets, and now I have mostly steel helmets. The two that I have that I mainly use are kettle helm and a gray helm. Both these are cheap. I got them at Amazon for like 70 bucks. I spiffed this one up a little, let it rust, let it get some nice wear on it. This is one I had before that, and I like this helmet too. This is like my good archery helm, or if I want to not have a full-faced helm and breathing all day. This is effective too. But let's go over some of the big advantages to a helmet. Well, stops you from getting shot in the fucking face. Stops you from getting hit with a javelin in the face, a rock in the face. But more importantly, it stops you from getting hit in the face with a red. More often than not, I feel like I probably, when I go to an event, get hit in the face with just as many weapons as I do arrows or javelins. Maybe it's a positioning thing, maybe I'm just too aggressive and push too hard, but when I'm on that line as a red fighter and I'm pushing in trying to hack, I'm getting hit with some blues, or if I'm in full armor and I'm pushing through that line, sometimes I just get hit. It's hard for people to tell where I'm going if I'm trying to be unpredictable. Being unpredictable means you could get hit in the head. So, I have helmets. I had a couple leather helmets. I made one of them, and I think I had another one that I bought off of like Medieval Collectibles. They're good. If they're hardened leather and you got padding in them, that's good. I just don't like how the leather smells. It fucks my breathing. I got asthma, so breathing in like the mildewy scent of the inside of a leather helmet fucked me up. Also, leather just doesn't provide the important benefits the steel helm gives you. If anybody's familiar with SCA or football, CTE is probably a big issue. CTE is like the fucking thing from getting hit in the head too many times. You get hit in the head, it shakes your brain. It doesn't give you a concussion always, but essentially your brain is shaking around inside your noggin and can give you brain damage. I probably have that. Before I started using helmets, I was getting hit in the head a lot. It just happens. When you're fighting and dying for 6 or 7 years, you get hit in the head a lot. Then I picked up helmets. Never going back. Especially fighting new people, they're learning the stuff you want a helmet. Steel helmets have something leather helmets don't, and that's weight. This weight helps absorb that shock of getting hit, especially from something like a red. This is why SCA uses like 14 gauge helmets. Not only so they don't bend or like dent, but also because if you're wearing a 9-pound helmet, that stick or that weapon is not going to cause your head to shake around as much. So the weight is a big deal. If you're wearing a heavy helmet, that means you can absorb that shock easier. I like this helmet. This is probably, I think this is 18 gauges around the edge and 16 on this part. But as you can see, it's actually bent from getting hit on the rims. But does that matter to me? Not really, because if I'm getting hit in the rims, it means it's coming down and it's strapped to me. So I'm not really actually... The nice thing about this helmet is my head doesn't move. The helmet moves, so it deflects it down. But my head will move a little at that point. But I've taken a red, and that's actually what I think bent this, was a big-ass glaive clipped me. That's the downside of this helmet. It comes out wide and actually kind of defends your shoulders, which... ethically is a little weird and dag, kind of fucks with the honor system a little, but for me, I finally came to the conclusion that I'm wearing a helmet, it defends me, and it works. I like being able to stop those shots from coming down at an angle on my face. Now, this is perfect helmet for me if I want to breathe, I want to run around in a field all day, or it's raining, and I want to just have a little something to help me. It's nice. I wore this, I went to, what was it, Beltane up in Illinois, and it rained the whole fucking weekend. There wasn't a whole lot of fighting, but this kept me from being soaked up here in my face, and I could still fight. Now, what do I wear most of the time? I wear this most of the time. It's a pretty crappy gray helm. I did some stuff with it. I screwed holes and drilled holes and put screws in there, so I have a new chin strap. Completely redid it with blue foam. Blue foam's not the best, but for dag it's enough. I fucked this helmet all up. It's got a bunch of dents from me shooting it with airsoft guns, hitting it with my sword, my Hema sword, just for fun to mess it up a little. I wanted to add character to it so it doesn't look like it's off Amazon, even though it is. This helmet, I've been fighting in it for about 2 years. Does the air intake suck? Yeah, it's hard to fucking breathe. It takes time. It's like jogging all the time. You have to, you don't want to blow out that fucking oxygen and just come back at you. The vision. Is it suck? Yeah, compared to other helmets, I basically can't see anything from my chest level down, and anything above my like hairline up. But my vision on this helmet is actually pretty good. I can see all the way out here, which is perfect. Kind of sucks. I can kind of see through these eye slot, these little breathing holes here, if I need to really look down, but I don't really do that often. So you'll see me running through the woods as a big armored out tank, but I'll trip over a branch, or I'll fucking catch my leg on a vine. War last year, I'm running through and I get fucking completely entangled by fucking little rose vines with the fucking pricks. But I'm wearing a gambeson, I'm wearing fucking gambeson legs and armor everywhere, so I don't feel it, but I couldn't fucking move. I'm sitting here trying to like rip myself out, but I couldn't see it because of this helm. I couldn't see I was about to run into a big ass entanglement fucking bush. But this helm has saved me from tons of fucking headshots. So yeah, that's the big benefit of this, is you feel like a badass. You run around with this helmet on, you're not scared to run into a group of like 20 people and start fighting. You're not worried that a fucking headshot is going to hit you, because it doesn't matter. I've gotten hit in with glaives in this. Now, do I want to say that those are probably really hard glaive shots? Nah, these were probably medium level glaive shots. A hard one's still probably going to fuck me up in this helmet. But most people aren't blasting you high with a glaive. Alright, the main advantage though, why people, the in-game advantage is going to be black and yellow. Yellow weapons and white. Rocks, arrows, javelins. These things can hit you in the face. You don't want to get hit in the face. Archers love hitting you in the face. I don't care what anybody says. Getting a sweet headshot. I was an archer for a little while. Getting a sweet fucking headshot. Hitting somebody in the chest is 3 or 4 times the size target. But you hit someone in the head, hit them in the face, they know they got hit. They know it. You can hit somebody in the chest, if they're wearing armor, they won't feel it. But if they get hit in the face, they know. Immediate hand on weapon, hand on head, and walking away. There's no question. They ain't looking around for somebody to see if somebody can call out the shot from the arrow. They know. They got hit in the head and they're walking away. Now, does it get hurt? Get hit in the face? Fuck yes, it does. A lot of times you get hit in the face, and I've got hit in the face, I start crying and tearing up because that shit hit me in the eye. Helmet. Wear a fucking helmet. $70 helmet off Amazon. Does it match your kit? No. But I think of this as safety. Now, does it look badass? My helmet is probably pretty good looking, but not compared to a lot of helmets. Is $70 or $80 a high price to pay? Kinda. Compared to a lot of stuff in DAG, it's a little pricey. But this will last you longer than any one of your fucking weapons will. A cheap ass steel helmet, I think this is 16 gauge. Maybe 18 gauge. I think 18 gauge would be sufficient for most things at DAG if it's, structurally well made or decently well made. You can get something from India that's 16, 18 gauge and it'll fare fairly well in DAG. Repad it. This is carpet tape and some fucking blue foam. Find out what'll fit your head right. Get you a decent little padded cap. I just sewed this one up because I needed something a little thin because this isn't huge. This isn't a huge helmet. And get one. I think helmets make the field look better, make the field safer, make you feel safer, which is more important. If you feel safer, you're more likely to get into that fighting more. I like aggressive fighting. I want some guy to come and knock me down. Most people don't feel that comfortable without some sort of protection. A helmet gives you that. So, in essence, to kind of like finish the video up, there are 2 main things I would say for helmets. Get something that is decently light. It doesn't need to be super heavy, but it also needs to be decently light. You need to be able to wear it for a few hours. It doesn't need to be so light that it doesn't offer you protection from your brain shaking around. Should you get leather? If you can't get anything else, get a leather helmet. It's better than nothing, in my opinion. But if you want a helmet that's going to last you a long time, get a steel helmet. 2 different kinds, open face or closed face. If you aren't used to wearing a helmet, I advise getting an open-faced helmet in the beginning. It gives you less protection, but archers, anybody who's wearing a helmet, an archer or javelin person is already like 50% less likely to waste the shot on you, because all you got to do is duck that shit into their path of the arrow and block it. I've done that before. I've tipped my head, block an arrow, duck down, use my head as a shield, especially something like this. And you duck down, this is quite a lot of coverage. If you're not used to wearing a helmet, I would get a lighter weight steel helmet, open face helmet. You got the Norman helmets, you've got kettle helmets, or even a bassinet. Like bassinets are only open face, or like barbutes. Those are good helmets. You want a closed face helmet, a full bassinet, a great helm, a Saleh. Those are all good closed face helmets, but you got to practice in them. If you don't practice in them, you're not going to be able to breathe. You're not going to be able to wear it all day. I fought at war with this for about 5 hours. I took about a half hour, 45-minute break in between, and I'm running in this helmet and I can do it. Now, did it take me 2 years? Yeah, it took me 2 years of sucking it up to where I could do that. But that's the price of full coverage, full protection, and a fucking badass helmet.